You draw me in, and I can't slow down, no. Can you feel it too? There ain't no stopping now. Feet off the ground, head to the sky. Yeah, wind by my side. You in my vision, directly we collide. You pull me in, I don't resist. Time seems to fly, but the clock doesn't tick. I crash into you, we both feel the hit. We both feel the way that our chemicals mix, and I wish that
I just keep my eyes shut. Maybe this time it'll be enough.
So I need the dark. Without you here, I wouldn't never see the stars. I'm headed for ya. Put on the gas. I'm coming straight at you, no looking back.
You are my star. We are connected, missiles ready to the high. You are my star. We are connected, missiles ready to the high.
Then we collide.
I'm here, I'm your statue. Your heart is a magnet, I'm coming at you. Girl, you're my target, I'm aiming at you. You're a comet, I'm trying to catch you. We can break any rule they ever taught you. Forget about anything they ever bought you. Cause me and you don't need a lot in this world to get by. Plus you know I got you, you pull me in. I don't resist, time seems to fly but the clock doesn't tick. I crash into you, we both feel the hit. We both feel the way that our chemicals mix. And I wish that
I just keep my eyes shut. Maybe this time it'll be enough.
So I need the dark. Without you here, I wouldn't never see the stars. I'm headed for ya. Put on the gas. I'm coming straight at you, no looking back.
You are my star. We are connected, missiles ready to the high. You are my star. We are connected, missiles ready to the high.
Then we collide.
You cannot hear me. Oh my god, I forgot to activate my voice, but I haven't talked too much. So you should know the drill by now. The slide should be self-explanatory, but the power rating, I'll release a new one tonight, and that will include all the results of the challenges to the Below Attribution Championship plus the professionals tournament. All right. So hello, Cringe and Raj. How you're doing? And EBG ID. All right, EBG. Nicolade. We all know Nicolade was caller in Endgame. Not sure. I forgot which team he's playing now. Rejects, yes, Rejects. He's now in Rejects, and Alpha's not playing tonight. He's in the team as well. Now let's take a look at the lounge. GV, the good old GV. Did they win? Yeah, they won something. Have they fixed their internet issues? Let's say. What I said about the maps: Oasis, Palms, Faust, Widderberg, Wintermine, Northcar, mobility oriented and cap oriented. So could be a good mixture of tanks, but the Strift case will be the norm, I believe. So again, the leaderboard currently we have ICT in the first place, RN in the second place, ID in the third place, and EVG in the fourth place. And then let's get into the room now. We are seeing GV triple Strift case, a 60 TP, an i7, and double MLUs. EVG on the other hand, we are seeing a T100 LT, a 60 TP, an i7, and potentially quadruple Strift case. Of course, there are reactions to my stream fail again. Yeah, I've been too tired commentating like 5 days in a row, so this is why I'm not streaming on the EU server tonight. And of course, there are no matches tomorrow, so hopefully that will give me a good break, coming fresh for the round 8. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, so both teams are ready. We're just waiting for the timer to count down to 0 seconds. And let's see the lineup here. GV will take an i7 triple Strift case, 6 TP, and double MLEs, EVG, Everlasting, Evanescent. I'm not sure which one is the. I think Everlasting is the one. T100 LT, Object 777, an i7, quadruple Strift K. Okay. So let's get into the first battle. It's GB versus EVG. GB, can they get a crucial point tonight? And coming to the second stage of the round robin, we could see potentially a lot of teams still fighting for that top 4 spot.
Let's get this show on the road.
Alright, let's jump straight in. GB, red team from the south spawn are going mostly to C, with EVG, blue team from the north spawn are going mostly to A. And we're seeing Bonk in Team 100 LT spotted Tokyo, Professor, and Monaco, and he will run away. Bonk is also XAFK, who is also streaming the NA server. And now we're seeing EVG looking to get A, or maybe not. Monk, also known as Lecolera, will drop into A, and Lancelot will also capture A. At the same time, great shot from Professor onto Monk. Monk had made a careless mistake there. That gave GV the cap lead, and EVG are forced to push, rotate. And this is going to be a hard one to rotate, because unlike from the south spawn, from the north spawn, you're going out in the open. And this means the tanks will be spotted quite close to the red line and the spawn. On the other hand, if you rotate from the south spawn from the south side to the north side, you have these little buildings that could block your view, and that will make your spots a lot harder to achieve. You could basically spot tanks that are a little bit further away from the spawn. So this will present a big challenge, but at the same time, GV, Tokyo is in trouble. I think Tokyo will not last for long. GV, are they ready to take out the tanks? However, EVG might have put themselves onto a low ground. Tokyo will try to stay alive as long as he could, but the focus is on Tokyo. Meanwhile, GV have made a decision to push onto nitroglycerin, but they really need to get the shots in because they've already lost Tokyo, and if they don't have the right shot efficiency, they will be in deep trouble. Nikonate now the focus for GB. A great kill onto nitroglycerin, and now GB are looking for Type 1007A. It's a bounce from Monaco. They need to get the shots in. The shot efficiency is a bit wacky for GB at the moment. A bounce from Professor. If they keep on bouncing, that will be a huge problem. Berlin tries to get Nicolay out of the way, and it's the case. Good shots from Monaco onto Type 1007A, and Doha will be looking for Type 1007A potentially. But he's turning the turret around. Yes, focus still on Type 1007A, but Berlin's out. It's now a 5 versus 4. Hit points in huge favor of Everlasting, and EVG are trying to get victory out of the fight. And Honk is down to a one-shot and could kill Victory, and that's the case. 4 versus 4 now. Lancelot's down to a one-shot, and they've taken out Professor. Doha will get the kill onto Lancelot, but it's a miss. Oh dear. GB, Bonk is out, and we're seeing Lancelot being taken out. Bonk will try to get B in the Team 100 LT. Honk will get C, and it's 3v2. Monaco still really healthy, so I believe we're going to be seeing Monaco being a crucial part of this late game. However, Everlasting will get all 3 caps, and this will become really difficult. GB, they need to stay alive for as long as they could. Doha's down to a one-shot. Cologne is going for... Oh, Hong is out. Gets taken out by Monaco, and he's going for save. Bonk takes out Doha, but Everlasting still has the cap lead. Cologne will have to stay alive as long as he could. He will now drive into C. However, Bonk is a one-shot. GB will get A as well. That will give them the cap lead back. And Everlasting, they only have B. However, Bonk, he's going to be really important. Cologne gets A, and the cap points will take back in favor of GB. Great shot from Bonk onto Cologne. Bonk drops the adrenaline, but that's not enough. Cologne will get the kill onto Bonk. That was a close game for GB. GB almost lost this. They had the right minds. They had the right focus. They had better focus fire. EVG might have sent too many people down the valley, which meant they gave up the map control. That's a bigger issue than GB bouncing on a lot of shots. GB were a little bit slow, and just like before, just like against Risk, the bounces and the misses are going to play a crucial role. And they do not want to do that. They really need to get those. Really need to minimize the bounces and the misses. I'm not sure if it's still the internet connection issue for GB, but that will be a huge obstacle for their top 4 hopes. They haven't qualified to a major tournament top 4 stage since 2020. That was when GB came second. Only losing to HLV. Although yes, they were second place in the winter season and the spring season. Those seasons were not followed by the official Wargaming channel. So let's see if they can bring it home this season. So far 1-0 for GB. It's a shaky start for GB, but that's enough to give them the win. But they will have to improve from the last performance. They don't want to throw away battles like this at GVG. It's a good call to take out the nice little tank of GB, but they not sent too many tanks down the valley. It pretty much prevented them to gain good map control. But it was really close in the end. It was really close. They had the light tank still alive. And it could have been theirs, to be frank. But we will go back. GB now will be playing from the north, and EVG will be from the south. Now GB will go to A, and Bonk will get C, potentially, right at the beginning. No, he will spot. He's going to get a really aggressive position, but he will spot no one from GB going for C, so that's a signal for EVG to be defensive near A. But they have done a good job in chipping away hit points of Doha and Victory as they try to get A and a cap lead, and this time EVG have tanks near A, so in terms of rotation, and also they will rotate from the south side, they don't have to rotate out in the open. So this time, it might be good for EVG. And they have the hit point pool lead now. And they keep on bleeding. And they haven't lost any single hit points. So this is a great start for EVG. Can they maintain this perfect start? Good shot to Professor by Zhang. And we are seeing nitroglycerin being pushed by GB. I think GB wants to get the isolated tanks out because they are losing hit points in the positions they are taking. Nitroglycerin is down to 1 shot, and Doha takes a launch. So Zheng is now being focused by GB. Nitroglycerin is still alive. They might have left him for way too long. Now Zheng it's a 1 shot. Nitroglycerin is out. A 7 versus 5. Great focus fire for GB. Great idea to push further because they're going to keep on losing hit points if they stay at where they are. They're now looking on type 1007A. EVG are not well consolidated. They are quite spread. They were quite disjointed here. Type 1007A is down. It's now a 7 versus 4. Numerical advantage is firmly in favor of GB and EVG. They're losing tanks left, right, and center. Nikolai is out. And it's 7 versus 3. GB looking dominant at in this battle. You would be questioning how GB only won 2 at this point. But they only won 2 rounds. And they will look to pick up a 3rd. Monk is now the focus for Victory and Monaco. And GB are looking for Honk. Honk is out. And it's 7 versus 2. A complete battle by GB. Complete performance, all-rounded performance. GB, well done, great idea to push further. Finding EVG tanks isolated, and EVG, they will need to sort out the issue for being too slow. They didn't consolidate when GB pushed, and that means GB are able to focus fire quite easily. And without the numerical advantage, that initial bright start of EVG mean nothing. And they do not want to give up a good start like that, considering nowadays a good start is all you need to do to win battle. It's now 2-0 win for GB. It's a great performance by GB, but they still, there are still a couple of bounces and misses. But this time, it's not as slow as last battle. It didn't give EVG any room to bite back. They still have all 7 tanks alive, and this is nothing short of amazing. So, we're now going to Faust 2-0, and this is going to put EVG in deep trouble. Oh, more than 30 people watching. Thank you very much. Now, EVG. We're seeing triple strip K, a T100 LT, a double I7, and a 60 TP over to GB side. We're seeing quadruple strip K, a 60 TP, an I7, and potentially Professor in the T100 LT. Let's see. GB. And EVG. Okay, so I think we saw some changes in tanks. Once again, let's announce lineup. EVG quadruple strip case, double IS7 and a 60 TP. GB quadruple strip case, an IS7, a 60 TP, and an MLE. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's head up high to the back of the map. GB red team from the south spawn with EVG blue team from the north spawn. EVG are going to send a lot of tanks over to B with GB looking to capture D right at the beginning, and let's see Doha in the strip K taking the northeastern corner. Bonk is spotted, and will EVG be able to get B right at the beginning? That's kind of a strategy I used a lot of times back in the days. A quick B cap. Hong takes a lot of shots. Oh, great start for GB this time round. B will be captured by EVG, but that would not give them the cap lead, but they can get C with little issue. However, Professor is already near C, but he's going up the ramp. Professor bounces a shot. It could have an opportunity, but again, 60 TP has really good armor, so don't be surprised if there are a couple of bounces. And EVG have made a really bold call with the double I7s going 4D, and is this a bad move? Oh, the I7s are moving back, but now EVG are trying to surround GB. Professor is going to be receiving a lot of hits. Lancelot looking to put a big shell to Professor. Professor's able to pull back without taking a hit from Lancelot. And now GB are going for the IS-7s as GB will receive a couple of pushes from onto D. Type 1007A is quite low. Bonk is down to one shot. Gets taken out by Berlin. Type 1007A is out as well. And is now a 7 versus 5. Hit points are in favor of GB by more than 2,000. However, GB are looking for a focus and they are struggling a little bit, but they could find Lancelot as the next tank to go for. Cologne's down to one shot, and Berlin. Oh no, Berlin seems to have some internet connection issue. He pinged out, but is this going to stop GB from winning? They potentially have one tank away. That will put the hit points quite close, however. And oh dear, Berlin needs to come back alive. He still is having issues with the internet. That's the worst time to lose internet connection in Tokyo. Great kill onto Nicolade. And it's 4 versus 3. Berlin is now back online. And he's looking for nitroglycerin. Dropping the speed boost. Tokyo is going for nitroglycerin, and Berlin hopes to put that shot in. Can he kill nitroglycerin? He does! And it's 4 versus 2. Hong is now down to 1 shot, and EVG are looking for Monaco. Great track shot onto Monk, but Monaco is out. Berlin is looking for Monk. And it's 3v2. GB maintained the lead, and Berlin was able to come back just in time. Great job to GB. Now the scoreline is 3-0. Hi Danielle, how are you doing? And I am a bit I don't know if it's the reasoning behind, but the double IS7 is going so aggressively to D, and apparently it was quite isolated. They were quite isolated too. They received a couple of shots. I don't know. I don't know if it's a missed call or just part of the strategies, but it wasn't wasn't working out for EVG. And now match point is with GB, and last time, as I was told, GB was ahead 3-0, and they lost 4 in a row to ID. They would not want that to repeat, and EVG are yet to have a foothold in this fight. I think they are having a really off day, and they need to step up now, because now's not the time to give up. And if they lose tonight, they could drop out of top 4. Or maybe not actually, because EVG have won against Risk. So, but then we will have a 3-way tie. But anyway, let's take a look at this. GB will take quadruple strip K and IS7 6TP and MOE with EVG. Quadruple strip K, C100 LZ, IS7 and an MOE. Let's go back in. Alright, GB, red team, they will be from the north, and EVG, blue team, will be from the south. Okay, so GB will try to get C right at the beginning, and they will do, and GB will try to get to the northeastern corner again, and GB will get a cap lead on C. Berlin is in the bush trying to get spots, and Monk is spotted, and Honk will go for a capturing the base. That will put them attack away from flipping, but GB, they found Monk. Will they push through? They found Type 1007A as well. Berlin will drop to B. Monaco will get D. GB are playing for the cabs. They are playing safe. They can push Monk. It's a good opportunity to push onto Monk, but they are playing safe. They are playing really safe, so you can't blame them for not pushing right away. They don't have enough information too, so they are definitely playing safe. However, Doha took a hit. Type 1007A wants to go for B, and it could become a 1v1 here. Berlin will allow Type 1007A to capture B though, and they still will have the cap lead, so they don't want to risk anything. GB, they need to bleed better than EVG. GB has a 60 TP, EVG with none, so this means EVG should have the DPM advantage, so they have to do everything they could to bleed EVG. Type 1007A took another hit. EVG trying everything they could to bleed GB. They've put a shot onto Cologne, and it's now very close. And they might look for a push near D. Doha takes a hit. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm great too. Hope you have a good fight tonight, Danielle. You're up against Raid, so it will be interesting to watch. I think Mnet is streaming you, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Doha takes one, takes a couple. Berlin takes a lot of shots. But EVG also took some hits, so the hit points are quite close. The EVG, I think they might have enough of the advantage to facilitate a push. Now, Type 1078 is going for C. And Nicolade is also spotted near C. GB are going for Type 1078 instead. This will mean GB need to hold near D. And this means GB needs to kill 1078 as soon as they could. Cologne is tasked to do this. However, he bounces. He takes a hit in return. GB's shot efficiency is now put to test, and GB are still unable to get a tank out. Type 1078 is down to one shot and could be killed. Tokyo goes for Lancelot, but Type 1078 is now out of the fight. EVG will need to get the focus fire in. Cap points are still with GB, but but victory is out. Lancelot is out. EVG will try to get D and C. Doha is now down to one shot, and GB could lose all the caps. GB need B. They really need B. Honk is out. Doha is out, and we are seeing nitroglycerin being taken out. Monaco base shot to Bonk, but Monaco will not last for long. However, Monk bounces. Bonk will now be the focus of GB. It's now 5 versus 3. C is captured. Nicolade is still really healthy, but I'm not sure if EVG can last for long. GB 4 versus 2, 935 cap points. If they can get more, that would be great. But EVG can still win this by caps. I don't know what's going to happen. Nicolade coming around, trying to take out Monaco. He does take out Monaco. Oh no. Can GB get into a cap just in time? Berlin crossing, going for B, takes a hit from Nicolade. Nicolade could be the savior of EVG, but GB, maybe they will be in. Maybe that will be enough. Berlin will go for B, and Professor will go for C. Nicolade is going for D. He's not going for a kill at the moment, but a kill could be enough. There is a cap stop here. If Nicolade gets an emerald rack here, that would be a phenomenal turn of events. But GB will get 1,000 cap points as they have captured a base back. What a close fight. GB win 4-0 over EVG in round 7. An emphatic scoreline. That would not put them in the top 4, however, but that will put them close to the top 4 fight. GB are back. GB are back. They've won 3 in a row. Yes, 3 in a row. So they've won against E2's Norma and now EVG. Their confidence will be sky high coming to round 8. They will face E2's again and then ICT. Alright. EVG looked very off tonight. Their communication is definitely not 100%, so I'm not sure what happened there. But they looked very off. Risk 4-0 against E2s, which means Risk will now have 4 round wins. Will now be in the 3rd place. They've knocked down EVG. However, if ID win, then Risk will be in the 5th place as EVG won against Risk. But in a 3-way tie, it will be Risk ID winning the tie break. EVG. I don't know. I think this round, I think just an off day for EVG, a great day for GB, although they can do even better. But there, we can still see them struggling with the internet connection, as we saw Berlin got pinged out in the third battle on foul. So I'm not sure. Someone needs to tell me from GB whether they had some big issues with ping after the update 10.1, because that seems to be consistent. And I might have to see if I can interfere, if I can interfere, and maybe Wargaming can look for a potential fix. I don't know. But GB surely do not deserve to have terrible internet connections like statewide. I mean, not statewide, nationwide. Because they are a talented team for sure. But the bounces and the misses are what holding them back at the moment. Let's take a look at well, I will stay in the APAC server because I will be back 2 days later on the APAC server. So let me play a tank, and I'll play in the heavy tank. IS4, here we go. Oh, I can buy a consumable for the IS4. Alright, let's do this. So, let me end the poll. 56% of you said that GB would win, and it's the case.
Let's go. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is damaged.
Well, Sorry for farming an AFK. Oh, they're alive.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Don't know if that hit. But I hope it did.
We've damaged them.
That did. Oh, that's a shot. We can push now.
We've lost a track. We're
There we
stuck
go.
here. Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration. Enemy armor destroyed.
Oh no, we lost an R tank.
That one didn't go through.
Oh no, we lost to
Enemy armor is
4
hit.
or 5.
Gotcha.
Oh, come on. Can they get the E100? Yes.
Penetration. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Hatsi Mitsu. Apologies if I mispronounce your name, but good luck to you too. 4K. That's brilliant. First class. Yeah. Oh. Alright, so that is for me. Do we have more results coming through? Let's see. We do! We have an upset! Nomad finally did it! 4-1 against ICT, and we are just waiting for ID versus RN. So ICT has lost another one. Oh my god. That is something that I didn't see it coming. So huge well done to Nomad, and we are just waiting for one more. That will still put ICT in the first place. However, if RN win, then RN will be in the first place. Alright, because I have the boost, I have the experience booster, I'm going to grind tanks. What tanks can I grind here? I have to, yeah. I should grind for the 60 TP. So what's next tank? Okay, this tank. Right, I don't have the I don't have the XP to research. What else can I play? Not the T44. Don't need you. 7-yo. Alright, let's go for M7-yo then. This is going to be a short stream. I'm going to end the stream if we know the results of RM versus ID, because I need a rest and I need to get lunch. So not going to. So apologies if this is a really short stream. But we don't have a lot of matches to go on today. Okay, we now have a game. It took us some time, but we now have a game. I don't think this has 100% crew, so I'm going to activate the booster as well. Let's see. Where are we going to go? With the...
Let's get this show on the road.
I think with Nate. That's because they only have 2 heavies, and 2 of them are quite relatively mobile, I think. Oh, KV2. That's not good. But at least I'm not in the tier 5 tag, so that KV2 would not be too much of a problem if I took a hit from them. Oh, I guessed correctly.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Oh no, someone put a big shot. It's SU-152, it is.
We've damaged them.
So put 1 shot in return. We are doing quite good at the moment. We got a tank out. Ah, I couldn't kill them. Comet.
We've damaged them.
Should be able to get that tank out now. And we can push. Oh, Oh, someone got it out. Why do? Oh, KB2, hello. Don't kill me. I got their modules. Thank you. And it's a win. I didn't do too much. The team didn't really. Oh! I thought it's out. I thought we had killed everyone. No, we haven't. So someone is AFK on the enemy team. So many AFKs on the APAC server, which is really sad. I thought that would not happen. I got him. So I got a kill. That's great. Okay, almost the most damage done here, so I'm happy. At least I have vastly improved the crew and the research XP, but the accuracy is really an issue for me. Let's see. RM versus ID. Is there a result? There is a result. ID have won 4-3 against RN, which means Risk will be in the 5th place. And RN came really close. So we will have 5 clans tied in the top in the top 4. And they are ICT, ID, and RN. EVG and Risk with 4-round wins. EVG in 4th place, Risk in 5th place. GB and Nomad are now making a grand return to the top 4 fight. Nomad a great start with the win over ICT, and GB with a commanding win over EVG 4-0. And that means everything will depend on the second round robin. The next round we will have Nomad versus Risk, GB versus E2's, RN versus ID. That will be the match I'll be following next. We will see if RN can get a revenge over Team ID, and EVG versus ICT. Whether EVG can win ICT again, we shall say, but this top 4 fight is going to heat up. It looks like as if we have an obvious top 4, but after the results of the last couple of matches, that seems to be out of the window. But that's it for me. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you 2 days later, and bye for now.